God, I've been seeking you. I've prayed. I've fasted. I've done everything they said would bring me closer. But why does everything still look like this? I thought if I followed you, you'd give me answers. I thought you'd show me the way. I thought you'd make things clear. Why do you feel so far away? Can you even hear me? Or have I just been talking to the sky this whole time?
What you're looking for can't be seen with your eyes.
Who's there?
The kind of sight you're desperate for doesn't come from these eyes. It comes from a place much deeper.
Easy for you to say. I've been walking in circles, crying out, begging for direction, and nothing. Just silence and shadows.
You mistake silence for absence. But silence is where God speaks the loudest.
Then why can't I hear him?
Because you're listening with your ears. But you haven't yet learned to listen with your spirit.
I don't know how.
Then let me show you. Because seeing God has never been about looking. It's about perceiving. Trusting. Surrendering what you understand. So you can receive what you can't. You're not lost, Elijah. You're just being invited to see in a new way.
Who are you?
Someone who's walked your path. Someone who once mistook silence for abandonment. And darkness for distance.
Are you real?
Does it matter more that I'm real? Or that the truth is? You keep searching for God like he's something to find on a map. But he's not far away. He's closer than your breath.
Then why can't I see him? Why is my life still a mess? I thought being faithful meant clarity, peace, direction. But all I feel is confusion.
You've been measuring God by your circumstances. Looking for him in open doors and sunny skies. But he often hides himself in the storms. In the waiting. In the fog.
So I am just supposed to be okay with not knowing. With stumbling around like this.
No. You are not meant to stumble. You're meant to see. But not with these eyes, with the heart.
I'm tired. Tired of pretending to be strong. Tired of chasing a light I can't find. Maybe I'm just not one of those chosen people.
Chosen isn't about being special. It's about saying yes when everything inside you wants to give up. It's about trusting even when there's no sign to follow.
I've been praying for direction, for answers.
And maybe the answer isn't a path. Maybe it's a person. Maybe he's been walking beside you all along, waiting for you to stop looking around. And start looking within. What if the fog isn't hiding God, but protecting you? What if you're not lost? Just being trained to see differently?
How do I begin?
By letting go of the need to understand. And daring to believe he's already here. That's the first step to opening your spiritual eyes. Spiritual vision isn't about seeing new things, it's about seeing the old things differently.
What do you mean?
Close your eyes. And look again. But not with your eyes. Let your spirit remember.
God, where are you?
Elijah, I brought you some food from home. Come, let's share at the cafeteria.
I thought no one saw me that day.
He did. He sent comfort in the form of kindness. Sometimes, doors close not to punish, but to redirect. You asked for clarity. God handed you creativity.
I never saw it that way.
He was never silent. You were just looking in the wrong direction.
All this time, he was speaking through moments I resented, and I didn't know. It was always here, I just couldn't see it.
That's what spiritual eyes do. They don't change what's around you. They change how you understand it.
I thought I was lost in the wilderness, but this looks like a place of promise.
Because it is. You just had to be still long enough to perceive it.
So all the pain, the confusion, the waiting, none of it was punishment.
It was preparation. Every wilderness is an invitation to deeper vision. And every fog is a filter, removing distractions so you learn to hear what truly matters.
I feel lighter, like I've laid something down I didn't know I was carrying.
You've laid down the need to control, to understand everything, and picked up trust. There is a moment in scripture when Elisha's servant panicked. He saw armies surrounding them, doom at every corner. But Elisha prayed, "Lord, open his eyes that he may see." And suddenly, the servant saw. He saw angelic forces, flaming chariots covering the hills, more than the enemies. Nothing had changed, except what he saw.
So seeing with spiritual eyes means seeing the unseen.
Exactly. It means walking into battles knowing you are not alone. It means facing uncertainty with faith instead of fear. It means finding God not just in miracles, but in mystery.
Lord, open my eyes every day, not to what I want to see, but to what you are doing.
This is where you broke, and where you were rebuilt.
I remember, I screamed at God here, and now I feel Him in the silence.
You asked for answers, but what you received was something greater, vision. Now, what will you do with it?
I used to think clarity meant control. Now I know, clarity means surrender, and faith means movement, even when the path isn't marked.
Hello, hello, is someone there? I've been walking for hours. I don't know which way to go. I prayed, but God feels silent. Can you help me?
I know exactly how you feel. Come, let me show you how to see in the fog.
Spiritual eyes don't promise a life without fog, they don't erase the storms, the waiting, or the unknown. They don't guarantee sunny days or neatly drawn maps. No, what they offer is far more powerful, the ability to see beyond what is visible, to discern purpose in pain, beauty in brokenness, and light in the shadows. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Spiritual eyes teach us to trust when there is no signpost, to move forward when the terrain is unclear, to believe in God's presence, even when His voice feels silent. They allow us to say with David, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." Psalm 23:4. They don't remove the valley, but they reveal the shepherd walking beside us. They allow us to look at closed doors and not panic, but praise, to see delay not as denial, but as divine preparation. They give us courage like Elisha, who said, "Do not be afraid, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them." Then he prayed, "Lord, open his eyes that he may see." And suddenly, the hills were full of heavenly chariots. 2 Kings 6:16-17. That's the power of spiritual sight. It transforms trials into training, detours into destiny, and fear into faith. It's not about having all the answers. It's about knowing the answer walks with you. As it is written, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Matthew 5:8. Not just someday in heaven, but here. Now. In the fog. In the fire. In the quiet moments where our flesh sees chaos, but our spirit sees Christ. So no, spiritual eyes do not promise a life without trouble, but they promise peace in the midst of it, clarity in the confusion, and a way through the wilderness, not by sight, but by faith.